to yet another episode of Women in Business. This is Doreen Kemcha, Women in Business on Smart 24 TV. It's always a delight to have you. Now, Women in Business, like I always say, very keen on the inspiring journeys of women, very keen on the mentorships, very keen on the linkages to resources. So as we go through this, please just pick a leaf. We're not just coming just to talk. There's a reason why we bring these particular amazing guests to you. So on this particular episode, we have been following her all through the different journeys. She has grown right before our eyes, and she's a trailblazer in her particular niche, women truckers in Uganda. Why are we doing this? We are getting right into the month of women, and we want to bring to you all the trailblazers that are defying, and that's what we've been doing through the entire month. So on this particular episode, we've got a trucker, female trucker, Rachel Luanga. She is a driver with NMS. She's been doing this. She has driven buses with Tondeka and others. She also worked at Lafarge, Hima Cement, and right now currently is with NMS. Are there sometimes when you feel and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, are there times when you are behind that wheel and you are saying, it's me,
Yeah, very true.
So many times.
Yes.
So many times.
So many times.
And you have...
And honestly, sometimes I park somewhere and maybe someone wants to move and maybe blocked or something, and
yes.
They're like, where's the driver? And imagine
and then they see me, you.
No, they're asking me, where's the driver of this truck?
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, oh my, I wish you knew.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, let me just move.
And then they see you enter.
And they're like, oh, really? Like,
yes.
It's a shock. But I thank God.
We applaud you, Rachel, and all the other ladies. Last time we hosted the Boda Women on Wheels. You guys are out there doing us proud. Rachel, and normally, like I said, that you laughed. I said, in most cases, people say good things when people die. Women in business, we say these good things when people are still alive. We don't wait for them to die.
Say them today.
We appreciate you, Rachel. We love you. You inspire all the other women and young girls that are coming up too. Coming up right now. And keep strong, keep doing us proud, and we love you for it.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
So this is what happens. As women get out there into previously male-dominated spaces, because we are highlighting breaking through male-dominated spaces, really. As they get out there, you are not only looking per se at, this is my life, this is my business, this is my occupation. What you should keep in your mind at the back of your head is that all the girls that see you, all the girls that see you, get into a different realm, because they now begin, oh my goodness, I have seen a female trucker behind that.
Yes.
And what you are doing is that you are redefining what was previously undoable, impossible. So you make it possible now, and at the end of the day, I want to be a female trucker. I want to drive that. And they keep having all these different responses and different conversations, even after you have already passed.
Yeah.
So are there moments where maybe at the back of your mind, did you see someone? How did you get into this particular space, trucking?
I started with buses, and of course, first small cars, then come to buses. So where I picked this is, there's a lady who used to drive Gaga buses some time back.
Yes.
Yeah, she passed on.
Oh, sorry.
But I picked the love, and I liked the energy. So I had to board from Kampala to Arua. Just to feel what she's doing.
Are you sure?
Just that. I had no business in Arua. I had nothing.
You just boarded?
I was like, okay, let me save some money for this trip.
Yes.
And for this purpose. So I went to Arua. We traveled together. We reached Arua. I got a guest house. Imagine, almost near Arua, rather Gaga bus offices. In order to catch up with the time when she's coming back to Kampala, so that I come back with her.
Yes.
Of course, I had to pay, and she didn't know that I'm doing this. And I had to book the front part.
So that you keep looking at her.
Yes. because I loved what she was doing.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, I am going there, whether I like it or not.
Yes.
So
You didn't even say hello to her. You didn't?
After everything.
On the second trip back?
Yeah. Because at first I was fearing her. In my mind, I was like, now, what will she say or something? But I was like, okay, let me just do my thing. Then after.
How many years back was this?
That was 2013.
2013?
Yeah, 2013, 2014, around there. So after coming back, I fidgeted around. I went and said, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
I want to be this. I came because of this. ABC. I tried to give her my story. She's like, yeah, you can do it, don't worry. But she was, actually, I could understand she was so tired. Okay, let me go and rest. So in my mind, I was like, at least.
Yes, at least you've spoken to her. A celebrity.
Exactly. So I went back home. In my mind, I was like, I really have to do this. I have to do this. So I'm living my dream.
You're living your dream.
I am living my dream.
It's so interesting that we always look up, to mentors, and some of the women out there, right now, you're like, I wish I would be mentored by this person. I wish.
Secondly, I was mentored by my auntie.
Was she also a trucker?
Yeah, no, she was, let me call it trucker.
Driver?
Yes. For her, she could do anything, so long as she earns.
Yeah.
So there's a time she used to drive trucks from villages, carrying matoke and bring to markets and whatever. She drove rally cars.
Oh.
Unfortunately, sometimes she had an accident, a bad one, and she left driving. Now she started making bricks.
Oh.
Yeah. So when
you come from a line of assertive women.
Exactly.
Strong-willed women.
My mom, my biological mom, is a hard-working lady. She's not a driver, she's not what, but she's hard-working in her own way.
What does she do?
She's a business lady.
Selling what?
She was in Owino. We used to be together. That time I was in Makere. I used to move around with T-shirts and shoes to sell so that I support myself in Makere. Then I have my other mom who brought me up. I grew up with her. She used to work with UNDP. So all those women are hardworking, very hardworking. So that is me right now. That is
you.
When you look at Hatba, Nalugwa Sekaya, she's also a hardworking woman. She's my sister.
You are sisters,
yes, we are siblings.
Blood sisters?
Yes.
Really?
So when you look at our family...
How come you're not veiled? Let me ask.
No, she got married to a Muslim, yeah, but she was a Christian before.
Yeah.
So when you look at our background, when you look at our family, they are hardworking people.
Very hardworking.
Yes. So me, I came out different.
Yeah. What do you mean different?
Transport-wise, driving big cars.
But you had the other auntie.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Unfortunately, she also passed on.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm her hair.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
So she's me right now. Now this is me.
You're living out her footsteps.
Exactly. So I would love also to leave a legacy. I don't want to be selfish.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to look around for women, look around for girls, these ones that are coming up. It's not a matter of going to school and you learn anything and you graduate to be a doctor and you have to be a doctor as a must. No, there's always plan B.
There are different options.
There's always plan B.
And the money is not so bad.
Exactly.
The money,
now,
no, let's say the money is not so bad, right?
It's not bad.
It is not bad.
Not so bad, but it is not bad.
Yes.
Yes.
It is not bad.
It's not bad.
Actually, the money is good.
It is even interesting besides money. It's interesting. Because right now, why am I here? Because let me say I'm unique.
Yes.
Yes.
That
is why I'm here.
Yeah.
So someone out there who's watching me, a girl, a child, would love to be unique.
Yeah.
And come here and sit in this chair and face the world to tell them what they are doing, to show them how unique they are and what makes them unique.
And this is what we always say, as a woman in business, what sets you apart? What makes you unique from others? What makes you unique? you know. And I think it's for you, you had all these people here, all these women before you that were strong, that really have modeled for you. Do you think it is important to have strong women in our lives?
Let me tell you one thing. They didn't come up and tell me, you have to do this.
No, you observed, you saw.
Exactly.
You saw.
And now, also the love.
Yes, you chose your path.
Yes, and the passion I have for it. So everything
came together,
and I had to come up.
Do you think it's important to have good, strong role models? It makes it easier.
Yeah.
And even if a mother out there really has, you know, she's more maybe less assertive and very soft and quiet spoken, but would want her daughter or her niece to actually be more assertive, more outspoken, the best thing to do is to look for someone who is like that.
Please, look for me. I am here.
Rachel, you're not allowed to make your own bulangos. But this is a good thing, you know. This is a good thing because it cuts across. It cuts across. It's not only just tracking. It's engineering. It is medicine.
Yes.
It is pharmacy.
Yes.
It is, you know, logging, the forestry. It is fishing. It is climbing up the poles, electricity. You know, you have to have good mentors. You have to be able, even if it is not someone within your own system, your own crowd, your own home.
Do you know what brings
Rachel,
up
you got your own money, invested it, and actually went on a journey of which you were not even needed, but you still did it for yourself because you wanted to watch this amazing woman that you admired, but also get close to her. Likewise, also these people here outside, we should be able to, at least if it is your daughter, even if it is you, you should be able to know that sometimes you have to invest in some of these things. Rachel no one called you. You did not go begging to see her. You got the money and paid and went. Yes.
But what brings all that together is the love you have for something.
Not by force.
Not by force. Don't do it because you have to do it, because you will not enjoy it. I am enjoying my job because I love it, and it's a dream come true. So I'm living my dream. There is only one dream that I'm looking at and I'm chasing.
Which one?
The dream I'm looking at is to see a fleet of trucks, a fleet of buses being driven by women. That one,
women.
I'll just say thank you, God, and I'll just sit home and relax, and I'm like, yes, this is it.
From what I know, there actually has been small strides made. You have a couple of women being brought in under that transport industry. In fact, Hima Cement took you on as part of other women.
Yes.
Yes? Yes. That's a couple of them coming up. I also know there's an association of drivers, basically that is, and later on we shall invite one of them to come in on the show to give us some insight into what they're doing. But I also know that they are calling out to other women to mentor them and to give them these professional driving skills. How many women do you know so far that are part of the women trackers in Uganda?
They're there. They're there.
How
like
many?
Around 10.
Around 10?
Yeah.
What?
10 plus.
Around 10?
Even in our company, we have them. Yes.
How many are with NMS at the moment?
Around 6 plus me, 7.
You're 7?
Yes.
That's not a bad number.
Yes,
It's a good starter.
Yes, it is.
How long have you been in this business, the tracking?
The tracking, I've been there for around 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
You will die in this thing. You will die.
I love it.
It is.
I just love it.
It is what you love to do. It is what you were born
Yes,
to do.
I'm a graduate in my career, right, as I told you earlier on.
Yeah.
I did industrial arts.
Yes.
But honestly speaking,
Industrial
I have
arts.
taken long without getting a pencil
To try and
to dry and draw, getting a brush to try and paint. It has taken me long. But I am doing this on a daily basis. Yeah, even in my dreams, I'm like, when am I going to maybe somewhere? When am I driving?
You're now used.
So it is part of me.
Do you think you can be there without driving?
I don't know. And when that time comes, I don't know what I'll be doing. Maybe I'll be talking to girls to go and drive. But still, I'll be driving in my mind.
In your mind?
Yes.
Because you'll be reliving those particular journeys that you've had.
True.
Where are your, even before, we're not just talking about your current placement. We want to find out, where have you traveled?
several places.
Like where? Give us just a hint.
Kavale, Chisoro, Bundibujo. Yesterday I was in Pakwachhi, Arua, Nebi, Terego.
The entire Uganda?
Exactly. I've been in Mombasa before. I've been in Kigali before. Yeah, so.
Kisoro has a very hilly terrain.
It is.
You didn't fear?
No, it takes a heart. It takes a strong heart.
Yes.
You just don't have to focus on what is down there.
Yeah.
Be on the road, eyes on the road. And now when there is a curve, first watch who is coming from up there or down there. You get, because most cases we give priority to someone who is loaded.
Yeah.
Because you never know, anything can happen.
Yes.
When you are not loaded, first give priority to that one who is loaded, so that they can come slowly and nicely and smoothly. If he's coming from up and you can see him from up there,
give him
wait from down here. Don't come and fight into the curve. No. Wait here, let him come down slowly and smoothly, then you follow your way. That is when we will avoid accidents.
You know, you're already instructing us. you know, an instructor, even as we talk. And when you say that, even if you're not driving, you will actually relive those moments. It's true. It's now in your system. It's now in your system.
It's part of me.
And you love it.
I am it and it is me.
You had intentionally expected to do industrial art, right?
Yes.
Are there so many women, do you think, who have branched away from what their line of work should have been, but are now doing something else?
Yes, they are there.
There are so many. So basically, you cannot be limited. They should not be limited. That just because I studied this, yes?
And you should not
I'm
get
going to
worried.
die.
There is a friend of mine who was on my case. I failed to get a job. So I'm like, what did you study? At a social work, vichi. Now social work in Uganda is not so good. I have to go abroad. I'm like, don't you have plan B? What do you like doing? Like, what do you mostly enjoy? She's like, oh, there is something she told me I don't even remember. I'm like, no, what you do that?
Yeah.
Then this social work thing will come later. You will not even know.
If you're a natural social worker, you'll integrate it wherever you are.
You can even bring it into where you are.
Yes.
Because even when I'm talking to some people about driving and whatever, I find myself do small drawings, and I'm like, now I'm trying to shuffle the things, and I'm doing two things at a go. You get. So there's a driving school I'm attached to. I really want, and if anyone is interested, we can join hands and work together, and come. I can give you a hand. You start your journey.
And when you're talking about driving school, is it the small cars or is the big
because
cars?
you start from A. You start from A. That is where I also started from. Then you come up here. Because you can't just wake up and I'm like, okay, let me go to Safeway right way and start learning this trailer. When you don't have an idea down there. So you just have to have the basics, and from A, then come up to.
Is that the number one challenge that most of the girls, apart from a mindset issue, that most of the girls who come in are green about driving? You have to start from scratch.
Yeah, you have to, because most of the people or the ladies think when you talk about trucking, I also want to learn. You ask, do you know how to drive? Have you driven before? No. So now how are you going to come up there when you've not started from down? Even when you are taking steps, take 1, 2, 3 until you go up there. You can't just jump, So start from A and then come slowly, because even the driving permit, it has to grow. There is class B.
You can't just
you can't just come and get the CE, because the CE is the one I have, the tracking. So there is no way they can give you that when you don't have B, which is the small car. So you just have to start by.
So how long, if for example someone was watching and wanted to enter the trucking business right now, so she gets into the driving school.
Okay.
Picks up in a driving school and then learns to drive that. Then, what happens? Gets the permit?
You can, of course, you have to start, rather to know how to drive to own a permit. You just can't own a permit
Yeah.
because you will be trained or you will be interviewed and they see what you can do so
Yeah.
that they can
Give
give
it to
you a
you.
permit. Because we have so many, we have had so many accidents. And you ask someone, do you have a permit? I tell no, I tell, because even if you have driven for 10 years and you don't have a driving permit,
They'll take
you
you
don't
back.
know. You have no experience, even if you come where.
Do you know how many times they brag? Do you know how many times they brag? Yes? I've been driving for how long? I can drive in my sleep just because of, you know.
And you don't have, even if you've been driving for 20 years, now you have class B, and you know how to drive a truck, you can do anything on a truck. You don't know.
You don't.
You don't, because you don't have the class. Yes. Someone was, there's a lady who is one of the motorists. She was asking me, do you know anywhere you can connect me to drive a truck or any lorry? I'm like, yes, I can. But do you have a permit? She's like, yeah. How many classes do you have? I have class A. That is for the bikes. Then I'm like, now you have to have this class, and this class. And then when you get this class, you have to, like,
Keep
it has
going
to
up.
grow.
Yes.
Then you get to another level.
But how long? You know how long after driving from one class to another?
3 years each. 3 years.
Those are how many years? Those are how many years? That's 9 years. That's 9 years. That's 6 years before I'm allowed to get into the truck.
Yeah, exactly. And it depends on your age, by the way. There's age limit also.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You know what? Let's take a short break. We'll be right back after this message.